Welcome to the Handmade Entrepreneur Life. I'm your host, Katherine Hampton. Together we are journeying through life as handmade entrepreneurs. I started my journey in 2013 and have successfully built a business that generates multiple six figures year after year. My goal is to share strategies and techniques that I have learned so that you can skip the stress and jump straight to success. Now let's get started. Hello, happy Wednesday. I hope you're having a good week. We were originally supposed to continue our newsletter series, but yesterday, I'm not sure if you've seen it, you probably have, the Etsy forums and Facebook groups have just been blowing up. But Josh Silverman, the Etsy CEO, sent out an email about free shipping and how that's going to affect your search placement. So I decided that it would probably be better for us to discuss that today instead and put the newsletter series on the back burner. We can pick that back up next week. Unless we get thrown another curveball, then we'll talk about that instead. So I wanted to start out by just talking about the letter first, the email that we got, just kind of breaking that down, what it means for your shop, if you haven't received it yet, how to kind of apply that to your shop, and what to do from here forward. So the email says, "Dear seller community, shoppers come to Etsy because they want something special, something they can't find at a big box retailer, and that's all because of you. But these days, online shoppers expect free shipping everywhere they go. Etsy is no exception. I believe our job is to make sure you have the tools you need to compete and succeed in this fast-changing world. Time and again, buyers tell us that having to pay an additional shipping cost is what keeps them from shopping on Etsy more often. It's become commonplace for online sellers to include shipping costs in the item price, so we're launching tools to make it easy for you to do just that. This way, your shoppers will never be surprised at checkout, and they're more likely to complete the transaction. In fact, we know that shoppers on Etsy are 20% more likely to complete their purchase when the item is marked as shipping for free. So I guess they found that 20% of the customers are more likely to complete their transaction if the shipping is included in the price and says that shipping is free. Which, that kind of seems a little bit crazy to me, because that means that 80% of the customers didn't care. So, I don't know. I'm not a mathematician, but 20% seems like a low number to make such a huge change on. But anyway, so let's move on for the rest of the email. So we're making changes to the shopping experience to make it easier for buyers in the U.S. to find items that ship free. When we meet buyer expectations, shopping on Etsy becomes more competitive with the rest of e-commerce, and that can mean more sales for you. Starting on July 30th, 2019, we'll give priority placement in U.S. search results to items that ship free and to shops that guarantee free shipping to U.S. buyers on orders of $35 or more. So that $35 is important because that's going to be your threshold for the free shipping that we're going to talk about in a minute. This means that shoppers in the U.S. will primarily see items that ship free and shops that guarantee free shipping on orders of $35 or more in the top and most visible rows of search. We'll also begin to prioritize these items wherever Etsy advertises in the U.S. So that's email marketing, social media, and television ads. And I'm not sure about you, but I have seen more email marketing, more social media, even just on Pinterest. I've seen their Pinterest ads. I've seen more ads on television, on like Bravo and E. Even on the Hallmark Channel, I've seen a few of their ads. So they are doing a better job of promoting Etsy and making people more aware of the platform. So it goes on to say, Offering free shipping doesn't mean you have to pay for it yourself. No delivery service will ship a package for free, but just like the cost of your materials and other business expenses, it's a cost you need to consider when setting the price of your item. Our data also shows that Etsy buyers will spend more to have their order shipped free. So offering a free shipping guarantee could mean you'll make more per sale, helping to offset your shipping costs. So they're saying that their research is showing that customers are willing to spend more on an item if it says that it's shipping for free, so that maybe you'll get a higher average order value simply by saying that the item is shipping for free. So it goes on to say, to simplify the process for you, we've created a tool that lets you guarantee free shipping to U.S. buyers when they spend $35 USD or more in your shop. The tool will be available in the next week. Now, I've seen this tool. It's already in my shop. I'm sure they're rolling it out in batches, and it's a guaranteed shipping tool, and they'll walk you through it. It's just a few clicks of a button, but you're going to have to, even if you already offer free shipping, you have to opt into it so that your shop is shown as offering free shipping, or it's not going to populate your shop into the guaranteed free shipping. And my guess is that then it's not going to show up in search the same way as if you offer free shipping but then don't enroll into the guaranteed free shipping. So make sure that you do that so that you can get the same benefits as everyone else who is a guaranteed free shipping shop, okay? So it goes on to say, in addition to this new tool, we also offer Etsy shipping labels with the United States Postal Service and FedEx, giving you the kind of discounted rates that big e-commerce retailers benefit from. Watch our video to learn more about this change and how you can start offering a free shipping guarantee. So they're really pushing the free shipping guarantee. That's what they're wanting, that in your whole shop is a free shipping guarantee. It says, we also created in-depth shipping education so you can create a pricing strategy that's right for you. We're excited to continue working with you to deliver the shopping experience buyers expect and to help your business grow. Thank you for making Etsy a one-of-a-kind marketplace. And then it's signed Josh Silverman with a picture of him smiling. So that's the letter with a bunch of little tidbits in it. Now, of course, once I got the letter, I went right to the forums because his letter is posted on the announcements, but then there's no way to comment on it. So you have to go over to the discussions forum, and then they have some admins answering questions. So I spent, I don't know, probably 3 or 4 hours going through the forums, looking for questions and answers just to try to get some additional clarification on it, just so that we kind of know what to expect on a few more details. And I have those answers for you too. One of the things that I was really concerned about was promoted listings. So I wanted to know, okay, what if there's some things that I don't necessarily want to build the cost or the cost of shipping into my price, but I'm still doing promoted listings. Am I just basically throwing money out the window? What are my options here? So this person said, let me find it so I read it to you correctly. That they said, I have a question about being found in search once this change happens. I currently do not offer free shipping and only charge what it costs me. I've also spent a ton of money on promoted listings so that my items will be found in search. If I don't offer free shipping, is it going to be a waste of money to do promoted listings? Will free shipping trump promoted listings? And if everyone offers free shipping, then how do you prioritize one over the other? Okay, so they said not offering a free shipping guarantee to U.S. buyers won't impact your spend and placement in promoted listings, ad, and search. However, Something to keep in mind when keeping your shop competitive is that U.S. buyers will soon see an increase of items that offer a free shipping guarantee in U.S. search results. So they kind of said that it will affect it, or it won't affect it, but it will, but it kind of will. So that was kind of a murky answer. They didn't really answer the question. And I looked through several questions about that, and that was the gist of their answer every time, that, well, it's not going to, because we want you to still do promoted listings, but it kind of will, because there's going to be so many people that are offering free shipping. So I'm just going to keep an eye on my promoted listings, see what my average cost of sale is, and if it's not profitable, then I won't keep doing it. So that's just, it'll just still be the same strategy. If it's not cost effective for my business to keep spending money on it, then I'll turn it off. It sounds like the free shipping is what's going to have precedent over everything. But I would think that if you're paying for something, that would also have some priority. So that's going to be kind of a wait and see thing for them. So we'll see. Another question that I saw was, currently I have the free shipping set up under the sales and coupon section. Does it matter for placement's sake whether the free shipping is set up as a sales and coupon section or the delivery settings? This one is important. They want this to be, they don't want there to be any conditions set up. So it has to be a free shipping guarantee. It says as long as your listings ship free to the U.S., they'll be eligible for prioritization in the U.S. search. So if a listing is part of an unconditional free shipping sale or has shipping price set to free in a shipping profile, you're all set. One exception is conditional free shipping sales. For instance, sales that offer free shipping if a buyer purchases a minimum number of items or minimum order value. Listings that are covered only by this sort of sale will not be eligible to receive the prioritization. If you want to offer free shipping on U.S. orders over $35, keep a close eye on your shop manager. Over the next week, we'll be gradually rolling out a new page under the settings section of the shop manager where you can easily turn on free shipping guarantee. When you turn this on, your shop will offer free shipping on all U.S. orders $35 and up, and your listings will all be eligible to be prioritized in the U.S. search. Now, I do want to say that they're saying that the free shipping is going to prioritize. That's your priority, blah, blah, blah. So, yes, I do believe that initially the free shipping is going to be priority. Just like on Amazon, Prime's priority. But you know what? There are listings that, even some of my listings that are not Prime, that push the non-Prime out because they have higher conversion rates, better SEO, better ratings. So eventually these things are going to kind of even out. So there's the shipping is not going to be just the main thing. So maybe initially, but there's going to be other things that help with your rank too. So this isn't just going to be the main focus. It may just be weighted heavier than the others. So keep that in mind too. Another question that I saw was, will we be able to offer free shipping but also upgrades to faster services that the buyer pays for? And of course they said that yes, you'll still be able to offer upgrades for expedited shipping that the customer pays. Those upgrades will still be in your shipping settings. Those were the main questions that I saw over and over again that I just wanted to make sure that we talked about. What I want you to mainly keep in mind is to just watch your competition. So if you sell furniture or you sell something that's lower priced that people are not going to in your competition, is not adjusting their prices to accommodate free shipping, or everybody's not changing it over to free shipping, then the other sellers in your market aren't going to be shifting the market, and you're not going to be forced to do it either. So just kind of keep an eye on what your competition is doing, and that's going to tell you whether or not you need to do it too. I mean, there's only so many spaces at the top of the page. So there's other ways to get traffic to your shop. There's other ways to get eyeballs on your listings. So being at the top of search is not the only way to get people into your shop and get people to purchase from you. The next thing that I want you to keep in mind is you may need to evaluate your pricing model. The seller saying that this is going to put them out of business, it's very concerning to me. Your pricing should be able to accommodate both wholesale and retail, even if you're not selling wholesale. So if you're priced for wholesale and retail, then taking a smaller profit for free shipping at $35 should not put you out of business. Yes, it may sting a little bit. Yes, you may need to make some changes with different different wholesalers that you're buying for your suppliers and things like that. But this indicates a pricing model issue to me that needs to be addressed so that you're paying yourself more. And I know that everyone's afraid to raise their prices and thinks that customers are going to get mad and they're not going to get any sales and blah, blah, blah. But let me tell you about something that happened to me with my own fear about that. When I started my shop on Amazon, I knew I was going to have to raise my prices because the commission is 15%, which, I mean, that's a lot, right? So that was going to be a huge chunk of my profit, especially with a business that was responsible for my family's income. So that meant that I was going to be charging $9 for a 3-inch decal. Like my base decal was going to be 3 inches, or $9 for a 3-inch vinyl sticker. And I just thought, okay, no one in their right mind is going to pay that, but what the heck, I'm going to list it, we'll see what happens. And that was before the government had decided that it was illegal to require price parity. So prices had to be the same on Etsy, Amazon, and my website. So I raised everything 15% across the board. I think I raised it 20%. So just to be able to have room to do sales and things like that. So I waited, I was super nervous, and now I think it's been almost 4 years since I've been on Amazon, and people pay $9 for decals all day long on Amazon and Etsy and my website. But I still see people who think that they can't charge more than 99 cents for a decal. That's way undercharging and undervaluing and working themselves to death for something that they could be charging way more for. So when I started charging that, I spent a lot of time researching how to make sure that what I was selling was the best quality, great packaging, and the best possible experience for my customers. Because if they received a crumbled up sticker for $9, then they would have basically chased me off Twitter with their virtual pitchforks, and I would have been put out of business. So there are ways to make sure that your product is more valuable and worth the additional costs so the customers have no problem clicking that buy button. It's a little intimidating to raise your prices to include that shipping price when your photos are going to be sitting next to items with a lower price. But if you're providing a high quality item that doesn't look the same as everyone else's, it's going to be a lot easier to sell your item. It's a lot harder for customers to price shop when there aren't 100 more listings that look just like yours on Etsy. So keep that in mind when you're adding things to your shop, trying to make sure that your items are unique. And by having unique items, it helps to weed out competition in this area. But being unique and not offering cookie cutter items helps to weed out competition just across the board. Because if they want something and you're the only one that has it, they have to buy it from you no matter what the cost is. So those shops that just sell what everyone else is selling, they have no choice but to compete on price, and adding this layer of difficulty of, oh my gosh, now I have to add the price of shipping into it, that could put them out of business. They have nothing to compete on. So don't be one of those shops. Make your shop stand out so that pricing is not even a part of what you have to compete on. Now, another thing to think about is this needs to be motivation to not put all of your eggs in one basket. Etsy's like renting a house. So when you rent a house, you have to follow their rules. You have to ask for permission for things like changing the paint color. If you want to get a dog or a cat, you have to ask them. So as long as you sell on someone else's platform, you have to follow their rules. You have to adapt and change. But you have to adapt and change in business anyway. But these big changes, even though this is something that customers are starting to expect of e-commerce as a whole, are reminders that you need to build an email list. So if you didn't listen to last week's episode, please do. It'll get you started on the welcome series so that customers are excited to open your emails. And you'll have your email list. Then you want to be moving towards having your own website so that you can make your own rules. The more control that you have over your business, the less it gets turned on its head every time someone decides to make a change to please their shareholders. Those shareholders, they don't care about the individuals selling on the platform. You know what I'm saying? So get yourself in a position where you're making the decisions about the majority of your business, and you're not just looking and waiting for the new rules or the new change or the new algorithm or any of that. You are in control. So those are the latest updates about free shipping. We have until, I believe it was July 30th to make your decision on what you're going to do. If you're going to wait it out, if you're going to see what happens. That gives you time to see if you can make some changes to your pricing model, to your suppliers, to adjust how much you're spending. If that gives you time to build your own website, just decide what's going to be best for your business. If you have any questions or need any help from me, please just let me know. You can email me or reach out to me on Instagram at the Handmade Entrepreneur Life. If you found today's episode helpful, please take a screenshot of the podcast cover art and share it on Instagram or Facebook so that we can help as many handmade entrepreneurs as possible. And I thank you so much for listening today. I will chat with you next week. Y'all have a great week. Bye. For an in-depth training on how to tin up your competition and provide value for your customers, check out cupcakeinsider.com. It's 100% free and hosted by my friend Renee Christie. No strings attached.
The podcast you just heard was made using Anchor. Ever thought about making your own podcast? Anchor makes it really easy for anyone to get started. It's a one-stop shop for recording, hosting, and distributing podcasts. Best of all, it's 100% free. Sign up now at anchor.fm/new. That's anchor.fm/new to get started.